Hello everyone, Tucker here at BioWare Follower, and Mass Effect 2 is probably best remembered for the loyalty missions. How amazing those stories were, how well it expressed each individual character and expanded their story. All of our squad got a loyalty mission except for one of them. This key member was with us throughout the entire trilogy, and we think that he deserves one. Now of course, the man that we're talking about is Joker. Now let's go into what his loyalty mission would be like. Now before we get into the loyalty mission idea, I want to start off with how this idea happened. If you want to skip right to the idea, the timestamp is on the video right now. So, some of you may know that I'm in college for game design. I graduated in that degree with my bachelor's, and I'm now working on my master's degree in the same field. In class, the teacher had you and another classmate had to come up with 3 games that we view as ones that drastically changed the gaming world. The ones that myself and my partner came up with was Minecraft, Doom, and Mass Effect 2. The teacher then told us that we had 1 hour and had to come up with a brand new level that fits into the story of the game. Now obviously we can't really do that with Minecraft, and Doom, although great, is kinda hard to come up with a new level that would feel unique and different from all the others. At least that was our own view on it. We decided to do Mass Effect 2 through a process of elimination. We thought about what levels were iconic in Mass Effect 2, and since we couldn't really do anything with the suicide mission, the idea of loyalty missions immediately came up. We talked about them for a few minutes and noticed that Joker, a character who is loved by many in the community, never had one. So we thought about what it could be, and I remembered that in Mass Effect 3, you learn about Joker's family and the death of his sister. I then said that we could create a loyalty mission for him, based around that, and essentially retcon the PTSD Asari bit from Mass Effect 3, or at least give her a different story to talk about. Now we had to draw and map out everything, and for the next hour we did so, going into as much of the mechanics and what makes the Mass Effect universe interesting as we could in that time frame. Although there is much I would love to add to this, for right now I want to keep it as what we came up with in that time frame, and to leave it up to you guys in the comments to tell us what you would like to add to that idea. With that being said, let's get to the mission. This mission starts off with you getting alerted of this mission around the beginning of Act 2. Joker hears about collector attacks near the colony of Tiptree, which is where Joker's family is located. Joker, being worried about his family, asked that we go and retrieve them and bring them to the Citadel, where they'll be safer. Once you accept it, you get a notification to go to Tiptree and make your way there. As you enter the planet's orbit, you can see some collector ships near the colony. Joker is worried and tells you where his family's farmhouse is located. As you get closer, you realize that he can't land you near it though because of the collectors nearby, so he lands you in an open field just beyond the walls. Now this is where you'll have the chance to choose your squad and weapons. Due to Joker's condition, he can't really be in your squad as the others are with their own loyalty mission. But he does try to contact his family to let them know that you are here to help and to rescue them, alongside the other colonists. Now this is where the map that we drew comes into play. You start at the X on the bottom left of the map. Now from here on out, I'm going to show in zoomed areas of the map, just so you can see it a bit better. But before I do so, here are all the keys that we used when we created this level, just so you know what all the different symbols are on the map. You and your squad will make your way through some trees where we will then get your first encounter with the collectors in that area. You fight them and continue your way towards the colony. You go through the walls that once protected the colony, which are now been turned into debris, and you are then shot at by defensive turrets that were set up by the colonists, which inevitably didn't really help them. The turrets are set to shoot at whatever, as it is a turret and it can't really distinguish between who is friendly and who isn't. You and your squad take cover behind some debris, and this is when you get a message from Joker that there are other colonists alive, 12 of them, not counting Joker's family. But he also tells you that more reinforcements of the collectors are coming and that you will soon be overrun. Now each time would be different depending on the difficulty. There's no time limit for story mode. Casual is 20 minutes, normal is 15, veteran and hardcore is 12, and finally insanity is 10 minutes. You acknowledge what he said and make your way through a building. Once you exit it, you enter the main colony area where the majority of the houses are. Throughout the area, the houses that are filled have a chance of having a colonist in them. Now remember, you have a time limit until the reinforcements get there. You have to choose between possibly getting the colonists and making it to Joker's family. You might not be able to get to all of them depending on your skill set and how much time is left on the clock. Now if you save 0 to 4 of them, the game will mark it as saving not enough colonists and there will be a consequence of it. Same goes with 5 to 9, which will be a decent amount, and 10 to 12 is counted as saving all of them. Once you get through the colony, and if there is still time, you make your way south towards the farmhouse. As you make your way there, you go past the generator, which is powering the turrets, and you can turn them off, if you want. If you don't, there will be a consequence which we'll get to soon. Providing there is still time left until the collector reinforcements arrive, you get close to the farmhouse and fight off the collectors that are trying to get in. But if you choose, you could also go to the right and find a rare weapon. Now going back to the farmhouse and fighting the collectors, once you defeat them, you open the door and you get Joker's family, and then you notify Joker of the situation. But if you can't get to them before the timer runs out, then the collectors have overrun the farmhouse and Joker's family have died. Now going back to the idea that you saved them, he lands back in the open area as the collector reinforcements arrive. You then run back to the Normandy as collectors fire at you from behind. Here comes into play if you didn't turn off the turrets. If you did, you and your squad and Joker's family make it to the Normandy safely. Well, as safe as you can be while being shot at by collectors. But if you didn't turn it off, then the turrets will fire at you and one of Joker's family members will be killed. Once you get to the Normandy, the ship takes off and the mission is over. Now, if the family gets there safely, you gain his loyalty. If someone died from the turret, you still gain it, but Joker is still hurt from the loss. If you don't get to them within the timer, then Joker's entire family would have been killed and you don't gain his loyalty. Now, where his loyalty would take place is at the end of the suicide mission, when he is picking you and whoever is still alive at the end. If you have his loyalty, he gets there immediately. But if you don't, the death of his family is still on his mind and he makes his flying slightly clumsier than usual, so he doesn't make it there immediately, potentially killing a squad mate as he wasn't able to get there in time. Now, if you were able to get his family safely onto the Normandy, whether it be only some of them or the entire royal flush, you can talk to them and learn more about them and Joker. This would be pretty awesome, as if you didn't read the comics, you only get a small glimpse of how truly awesome Joker really is. So this would provide some nice insight to those who are fans of him. So what do you think about this loyalty mission? Is there anything you'd like to add to this? If you like this idea and would like to see some more level concept ideas for other BioWare games, let us know your ideas in the comments down below, and if you guys like this, we might do some more. But like I said, let us know in the comments down below, and while you are there, give this video a like and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.